Yes, welcome to the spoiler review of Nope. Yep, still gotta pop it. So, yeah, I finally raised some money so we can get the show back on the road. So, I'll be talking about some likes, some dislikes. I'll be making comparisons, and I might do just a proper rating, you know. And probably explain my rating. So, without further ado, let's get into Nope. So, let's get to my likes and dislikes, okay? So, I like how the whole film started. It's showing the monkey paw production, the monkey paw stirring the tea in the teacup on the train. He has that signature and then a trademark, and then transitions over to the bloodbath on set where there's a chimpanzee who brutally murdered or disfigured the cast and on set, and that's how the movie starts off. And then the chimpanzee stops and he looks at the camera, and then it goes into that's when we meet OJ, and you know what I mean. So I thought that was cool, that transition from the monkey paw to the actual monkey. I thought that was pretty cool. The reality of the production scene, I already mentioned that, it's cold for me. I mean, listen, Jordan Peele set might be cool. I hear a lot of people talk about how fun it is to work with Jordan Peele, but I understand. Hey, listen, I only worked on one set. It was Vampire Diaries. That set was cold, just like the set that OJ and the horse Lucky and Emerald finally came out to. You know what I mean? So yeah. Can we talk about Kiki's sexy stomach? You don't want to talk about it? You want to talk about it a little bit? I will suck her navel until it gets irritated. So now, I did like the UFO scene when when we were first introduced to the UFO. We don't see it just yet. We see the destruction, like it starts dropping objects from the UFO. It sounds like a roller coaster. I'm curious if Jordan Peele got audio on a roller coaster, but yeah, you probably have to drown out the railing and the screeching of the roller coaster. But it sounded like, or it can do the captain ship. You remember that? The captain ship? Yeah, every fair has it. But long as it's screaming, because that's what it sounded like. Brandon's performance of Angel Torres and where the idea came from, like as I mentioned before, it's a Cinderella story for Brandon. And I did like the misdirections of the aliens. You know what I mean? At first, when I first saw it, it was like, oh, okay. You know what I mean? Like at first, I was like, oh shit, here they come. Then it was like kids. It was like, oh shit. But the misdirection was cool. I mean, because if you think about it, when the alien is around, the UFO, all power shuts off. See, it was the opposite with the kids to let you know that, hey, these aren't the aliens. You know what I mean? Power shuts off when the alien is around. You know what I mean? But on this one, with the kids, they cut the power on. So every time you would leave, they would cut the power on. And the only reason why the kids did what they did, Emerald stole um, Emerald stole Jupe's horse. I don't know why we know why she did it. She did it to trick the alien. The UFO's look, the personality was dope. You know what I mean? The look, the personality. I got the chills because the UFO was called. They named the UFO Jean Jacket they named it after Emerald's first horse. And when Jean Jacket, and I say Jean Jacket, I'm talking about the UFO. When Jean Jacket got pissed, oh, that motherfucker got pissed. I mean, like he had a personality. It had a personality of its own. Like, because at first I thought Jupe was actually setting up people to get killed by the alien because Jupe was actually doing a performance at late at night when the alien first arrived. So we'll come to find out, because at first you hear the sound, and it sounded like that roller coaster sound again. So I'm like, yo, is Jupe getting people out there? And then the alien comes and sucks the people up, and then he, but no, I don't think that was the case anymore. I think he was just having a regular show that night, and that's when the alien decided to come after the horse. And I think that's when Jupe noticed the UFO, noticed the jean jacket. So so it had its own personality. It didn't like when it got tricked. It actually got pissed. It was like, I was just going to take your horses. You know what I mean? But since you wanna, since one of your human friends wanted to fuck me over, you know what I'm saying? Now I'm going to have to take you humans. But I think it was eating humans before, because that's how Otis Hayward. That's how he got killed, because the personal belongings that it shitted out basically, it killed them. So it had to have killed humans, before. And that's what made me think that maybe Jupe was behind it. But I don't think he was. Gordy's personality, as I mentioned, well, the first time around, we got a chance to, at the beginning, we got a chance to meet Gordy, and well, I did mention that about the monkey paw transition and into Gordy, meeting Gordy, and the dead bodies everywhere on the set. But we get deeper into the situation of what happened. We learn about Jupe, or tells Emerald and OJ about what happened, because Emerald was a big fan of Jupe in that sitcom. She was just very inquisitive about the items there, because Jupe runs. I don't say it's not. It's like it's a ranch, but it's more like an amusement park. You know what I'm saying? Like a dude ranch. You know what I mean? But fun stuff there, stuffed animals and stuff like that. So with Jupe, we go back into the past. So we first hear the story of Jupe and Gordy, and we understand that what basically happened, and then you could tell it messed up Jupe a little bit. A memorabilia type thing, like he made money off of it. You know what I'm saying? He profited off of the tragedy that happened on the set of the film. Maybe that's way of him coping. Who knows? But we did learn. But he did discuss that it was a Saturday Night Live skit, and in the skit, Gordy went ape shit when you mentioned the word jungle or something like that. That's what drove him mad, And if you think about that story and what actually happened, a balloon popped. That's just the real story, is the balloon pop, and that's what made Gordy go ape shit. But the SNL skit, they were talking about how you mentioned jungle, he will go ape shit, meaning that he misses his home. That's his real habitat. Like him wearing overalls and doing all kind of dumb shit. That's our shit. You know what I'm saying? You're pulling the animal away from its environment. You know what I'm saying? And making them do our shit. And that's not how the animal's supposed to live. Same way with the horse on the set. You know what I mean? You're not understanding the animal's environment. That's when it started to sink in. Like, well, it's about environment, animal environment. You know what I'm saying? How we take animals from their environment and expect them to act like the bear, the bear that's on the fucking tricycle, that's that has that's spinning an umbrella, is holding an umbrella while he's pedaling on a tightrope. You know what I mean? Like, it's a fucking bear. Bear's supposed to be in the environment, and then when the bear goes crazy, we as humans, it's mad, it's crazy. How dare it not pedal on a tricycle while twirling the umbrella in his hand? It's supposed to make me feel better. You know what I mean? So it's, sometimes, we as humans could be ridiculous. So I think that it was shedding a light on that, like the whole thing where OJ at the commercial in the studio, and it was like, hey, the horse needs a break, because it's a new environment for that horse, and he knows that horse, like, hey, we need a break. They're like, no, time is money. We need to go ahead and shoot right now. Like fuck that horse. Fuck what's going on. The horse goes hoarse and kicks the shit out of the fucking makeup artist, knocks pot all over the damn place. Now all of a sudden, oh no, the horse is unfit. It's not a stable horse. It needs to be more like a human. Shit like that. Nah, it's like you can't control every damn thing. Some things you just got to leave well enough alone. I get it. Certain discoveries, you got to find out how certain things tick and all of that, but you got to leave certain things well enough alone. But yeah, that kind of goes back to Gordy. Now I will say this: Jupe did have a contract, because OJ did mention, like you have to have a contract with these animals, and Jupe did have a contract with Gordy. They were fist bump. You know what I mean? They kept distance, but that was something that you could tell when I was mentioning earlier where Gordy saw Jupe under the table, and he walks over to Jupe, and he's kind of like flipping out, like, oh shit. And it's almost like I don't think ape, but now he's almost like, yo, like, oh, I can't believe you saw it. I fucking killed everybody. Look, damn. It's cool, right? It's cool. Because it was like he was flipping out, like looking back at his massacre and all the people he killed. It was like, shit, I fucking killed everybody, but you cool though. You cool. I ain't gonna fuck with you. And if you notice in the trailer, because I always thought it was an alien hand, like somebody was about to give an alien pound. You know what I mean? So he goes to give Jupe. Jupe goes to give Gordy pound, and and I don't think I mentioned that they allegedly in this world they started the fist bump. You know what I'm saying? That's where the fist bump came from. Funny enough, and so yeah, so like Gordy's personality was interesting. I did catch that the second time. Like, damn, he almost seems remorseful. Like, yo, like shit, but we cool, right? You know what I mean? That's what it kind of seemed like. Learning that the disfigured woman on the trailer was on the set of the sitcom, I thought that was pretty interesting. Can't think of her name, Mary Jo or something Joe. I can't think of the actress name right now. I did like the inside of the stomach scene where we got to see the people get sucked up into Jean Jacket, and in it was just we get to witness going up in its stomach. You know what I mean? And they're screaming, and I can imagine how uncomfortable it is. Like, you can imagine, like, certain people might be up under you, and the stomach is just crushing you all together. Like, somebody's skull could be pressing against somebody's skull. And I was like, damn. And then we get to witness one of the women, I guess, get to the stomach where the acid is, and she just starts screaming like crazy. I wish we got more. I wish we got more of that. I wish we got more of that scene and seeing how the digestive tract of Jean Jacket. The story was very suspenseful. I thought that it was a very cool story. I did notice that all the white horses got killed except for Lucky, which was the black horse. That was interesting, That was interesting. And also, I don't know if Jordan Peele meant to do this, but basically Jean Jacket, the UFO, the alien UFO, the living alien UFO, was actually shitting on people. Like when it went above the house, because it was pissed off that it had that horse got trapped inside of it. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, y'all fucked me up with that shit. So it hovered over the house. Like, I know y'all motherfuckers was the reason why I was choking on that fucking horse. And it literally, like, shitted. Like, it was in blood, in gooey blood, but it was shit. It was fucking alien shit. It shitted on top of the house. Then when OJ comes back, it stood up over OJ and was like, yeah, motherfucker, I got something for you too. And it shitted a horse. The horse, not the actual horse, the statue of the horse. It shitted it through the goddamn windshield. So it was horse shit. You get it? I thought it was funny. I was like, oh shit, that's horse shit. Horse shit, that's horse shit. The horse shit, yeah. I like the screwed up the Texas screwed up version of I Wear My Sunglasses at Night. See, Jordan Peele is usually good because I was wondering why did he not play this song before the trailers? Because every trailer is screwed up. You know what I'm saying? It's slowed up. For those who don't know what Screwed is, shout out, rest in peace, DJ Screw. Screw, one of the founders of Screw Music, or the founder. I don't know. I know he is a founder. You know what I'm saying? He might be the founder, but yeah, mostly it's screwed up. The music is screwed up. It's slowed up. Like every trailer, Get Out, Us, and I was a little disappointed that this wasn't screwed up, but they screwed it up in the movie, and it was a scene where the trucks can barely run, and the alien ship was overhead. And one thing, like I said before, when the alien ship comes near, everything begin to lose power. Things happen. You know what I'm saying? Or things don't happen, I should say, electronically. Things start to shut down. And there was a scene where Jean Jacket was not too far away. He was like, I'm going to get you motherfuckers. Like, he was like hiding out in the clouds, like, I'm going to get you motherfuckers. That's his hiding spot in the clouds. And so everything was slow. I wear my sunglasses at night. And there was a message in that. The message was that you can't let Jean Jacket see your eyes. Because if Jean Jacket sees your eyes, for some reason, it means that he can devour you. You know what I mean? So, like, one of the situations was with, like apes, gorillas, mainly gorillas. They said never look a gorilla in its eye. Never look a chimp in its eye. Always look down. Because if you look a gorilla in its eye, or a monkey, or whatever, it's like you're trying to defy them. You know what I'm saying? You challenging them. Like, you nigga, yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, alright, we rip your balls off. That's the first thing. They just start, they bite your fingers off. Anything that they feel like, that can disable you, can handicap you, they're gonna go for you. You ain't about to walk if you ain't got no balls. When you freshly don't have balls. Like, you got surgery, you ain't gonna walk for a while. Let's say if they take your balls out. You know what I'm saying? But you get where I'm coming from. So yeah, like gorillas are like that. OJ made a statement like that about the horses. He was like, "Yo, don't look at the horse. Don't look at the horse in the eye." You know what I mean? So that was definitely a thing. I thought that was a cool save of Angel. To see something as magnificent as that spaceship or of Jean Jacket, to see that, and then all of a sudden, like there's a tornado that he just sucks you up like a vacuum. When Angel looked up, it was coming after him, and so the first thing, the wind when he's trying to pick him up, the tarp, it was a blue tarp, like flew over Angel and it knocked him off the cliff. And then after that, he landed, if I'm not mistaken, into like a barbed wire fence or something like that. So at this point, Angel had to like cut himself up while wrapping the barbed wire fence around him. You know what I mean? Because they basically had a plan. They figure out it was a living entity, and so he wrapped himself up. So when it sucked him up into the mouth or whatever, whatever that was, maybe intestines, maybe the anus, who knows? When it sucked him up into that hole, the barbed wire fence was cutting him up. And you know what I mean? And it was like, ooh, and it spit him back out. You know what I mean? Instantly. I thought that was a cool save. Like I said, the UFO alien look, the Jean Jackets look, I thought it was cool, it was smooth. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the way it was traveling. Then at certain times it kind of looks like a stingray. You know what I mean? Like the bottom of a stingray almost. And then it transformed. It it turned into a flying jellyfish. You know what I'm saying? It looked beautiful. It looked amazing. It would be great at the Macy's Day Parade. You know what I mean? So it'd be awesome to be there. You know what I mean? But then also kind of remind, like, why at that moment then would it decide to change its shape? And I was thinking maybe it's like a spider, because spiders do that. You ever notice with certain spiders, like house spiders, it'll be real small and skinny and has a small abdomen. Because I used to feed like spiders. I like feeding spiders. It's crazy. It's like watching a horror movie live action. It'll wrap it up, and then sink its fangs into its victim. You know what I'm saying? But I noticed when I did that, I was a little weird. When I did that, the abdomen of the spider started to expand and it gets bigger and it looks fuller. You know what I'm saying? And it looks different. It looks different from when it's skinny with the smaller abdomen. It actually gets bigger and stuff like that. So I was wondering, by as much as it consumed, did it get bigger? You know what I'm saying? That's why it took upon that shape. I like the ending where you had Emerald. She was looking up at OJ, and it was a little sign of Juke. You know what I mean, with a cowboy, like a caricature version of Juke in a cowboy hat, and it's basically just a sign when you enter the amusement park, and he's pointing, and what he's pointing at is actually he's pointing at OJ. I was like, that's a cool way to go out, to go out in. So that was a lot of likes, right? Damn. Let's get into the dislikes. So my thing is, how the hell did OJ figure out you can't look at it inside? I mean, of course, I got it. He's a horse trainer, but he's not. Like if he was more like the crocodile hunter, where he deals with all animals, and he came up with that. I heard Crocky. I remember, situation with the apes, and I remember, you know what I mean? Like he, and maybe there's some other animals you can't look in its eye. You know what I mean? They'll flip out or whatever the case. Then I get it, and it's like, oh, he came up with that because of his expertise, but he only deals with horses. So and this is an alien spaceship of my thingy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's no way he would just know the alien within his side. Maybe I missed something. I don't know. I try to understand it. I don't get it. I don't see how you figured that shit out. Maybe he's just a smart dude and it just hit him. Maybe sometimes the voice of God just enters your mind and you're like, oh, that's what it is. Is that you, God? Oh, he can't see. Oh, no, you can't look at it. Oh, that's what he said. No, everybody look down. You know what I'm saying? So maybe that happened. I wasn't really a fan of Emerald's character. Not at all. I wasn't really a fan of Emerald's character. She got on my nerves a little bit. She reminded me of this TikTok comedian named Jasmine Carter.
Oh, let me tell y'all something. I don't know who needs to hear this, but I'm about to give y'all some tips on what to do when your man say he wants your legs on the back of the headboard. When he get between your legs and you got your legs back like this, and then he start pushing them back even more, that's abuse. Now you can whoop his ass. So you're going to take him and bow! Bow!
You know what I mean? So, yeah. Her. I mean, she has good stuff. Jasmine Carter. I love Keke Palmer's energy. I love her energy, in real life. And it wasn't her. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't her. You know what I mean? Now, she did say when she was playing that role, she was trying to be more like her father. I think her father was 60 or 70 years old or something like that. And so she was like, a lot of the stuff that he does, she was trying to imitate him. Now, as a character, like as her acting, I think her acting was on point. It was just because it definitely wasn't the Keke I'm attracted to. You know what I'm saying? That stomach was popping though. That energy was it was a little masculine. They're trying to make it, that she was lesbian.
The world famous Hollywood Boulevard. Oh hey, ladies, how y'all doing? Hey.
But she was imitating her father. But she was kind of annoying to me. Not bad acting, it was just the character. I wasn't really feeling the character like that. I don't think nobody is digging Oprah like that. Like, they kept talking about Oprah, the Oprah shot, Oprah big, nobody ain't really digging Oprah like that. I felt like there wasn't a clear connection between Gordy and Juke and Jean Jacket, or maybe it was. Maybe it was. Maybe what I said earlier, that was the connection. Like, Juke thought, but I felt like it should have been more. to make Jupe feel comfortable enough to be like, yeah, I got this. I got Jean Jacket. Well, he's not gonna call it Jean Jacket. I got this UFO trained. You know what I mean? Like I can, like we're gonna give up this horse as an offering, and then I'm gonna be cool. Like it should have been something other than the pound, where he felt like he can have a connection with this foreign organism. Oh, how did the cameraman know that the cloud wasn't moving?
Cloud. He moved an inch.
It's aliens.
You know what I mean? Like, is he a cloud watcher? Like that. He should have said that on the phone. He should have said, "Yo, you know what? When it comes to clouds, I really love clouds." He has that really gruff voice. What's his name? Michael Wincott. He has that. He played Antler's host. He was like actually one of the cameramen on set, and Emerald got in touch with Antlers, and and when he found out information about the people that disappeared from Jupiter's Claim, that's the amusement park that I was referring to. It's like he went there, and then I guess he saw how distorted the house was, and he was like, "Yep, it's in the clouds." It's like, how the fuck you know that? Like, what if that cloud? I mean, there's certain clouds that every cloud doesn't move. I don't think. Maybe they do. Maybe all clouds move. But I thought some clouds just sit in the sky for a little minute. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what made them just stare at that particular cloud. I mean, you have the whole 360. Well, not necessarily 360. I'll say probably 180. 180 of the sky you can see. You can't see the whole 360, but at least the 180. 180 of the sky. And you're just gonna stare at that one cloud? They were too smart for their own good, but I guess they had to move the movie along. So I still can. That's a good dislike when you need to move the movie along. I felt like one of the siblings should have died. I didn't want to see them die, but it would have come at a great loss. It would have been like, damn, man, like you it would have felt like horror. You know what I'm saying? It would have felt like, damn, it's a tragedy. You know what I mean? Like I want to feel down just a little bit. Like, yeah, we got the creature, we got Jean Jacket at the end. With the floating Jupiter or Jupe. The floating Jupe. The big we call it balloon bag float. There we go. We got the float. And of course the reason why people might ask why did Jean Jacket attack the float, because they had eyes and it was looking at them. It was like, that's how it was. It was just staring at a point and shit. So and then that's when Jean Jacket attacked it and it exploded inside Jean Jacket. So we don't know if Jean Jacket is dead or not, to be honest with you, and we'll never know. And that's how Jordan Peele's movies may be. Like there's no real ending if you think about it. There's no like Get Out. I mean, there's still people that has other people's who has other people's bodies. You know what I mean? On Us, they're still tethered, tying themselves to each other to hold hands across America. You know what I'm saying? Like, and this one, it exploded inside, what's his name? Jean Jacket, but we didn't see Jean Jacket go down. It was like, oh, fuck, that shit hurt. Indigestion. You know what I'm saying? So, we don't know. We don't know how it's going to end. But yeah, I do think one of the siblings should have died. It would have been a little bit more tragic. But it's cool. It's cool. We always see black people dying. Thrillers and horror movies and stuff like that. So I mean, it's a change of pace. I get it. You got to switch it around. But I think that in a movie sense, I think one of them should have died where you feel some type of loss. You know what I mean? Like it was a threat, but it really wasn't a threat. And also, I didn't like the stare off when when Jean Jacket transformed and it was like it peeled its anus out and it was like flapping its anus at everybody. Like, I didn't get that part. Like, I don't speak alien UFO. I don't speak that. You know what I mean? So I didn't get it. And it was like, it was cool to see. You know, that's like the only time I want to see an anus is like, you know, being, you know, pushed out. I don't even like to see my strippers. Like, I don't even go to the strip club. But like when I go to the strip club and the strippers be popping their anus, I hate that. I hate that. Like, get away. No anus. You know what I'm saying? But jean jacket doing it looked cool. It looked cool seeing jean jacket's anus. Yeah, I just don't know what it meant. You know what I'm saying? I just don't know what it meant. And I did feel that one of the subjects was about buck breaking. You know what I mean? Horses could be considered bucks, correct? A horse bucks. You know what I mean? And that's what they do. They basically, and that's what OJ was saying. You break the will. We can need to break the will of jean jacket. You know, we can do it because it's an animal. We can break an animal's will. That's buck breaking. And for those who are not familiar with buck breaking is what they did, and you know they do it with the animals, but they did it in slavery. They did it to slaves. They would either beat the slaves in front of the family, in front of everybody, to take the biggest slave and beat them and humiliate them, or they'll get the biggest slave or the head of the household and have sex with them in front of everyone, in front of the whole family, to break him in front of the family. You know, he doesn't have power anymore. You know what I mean? This right here. Buck breaking. Check out that documentary when we get a chance. But yeah, that's what came to mind when I saw that. I was thinking like, they're talking about buck breaking. You know what I mean? We got to break the will, you know, this, that, the other. And animals, you know what I mean? Like, bringing the animals and making them do what you want them to do. Not be themselves. Not be who they are. Not let a chimp be a chimp. That's what happened to those women. Remember those women? I guess it comes back to Oprah, because I remember Oprah interviewed this woman. What's her name? Charla. It's either Charla Nash or Carla Nash. And she was attacked by her pet chimp. You know? I mean, certain animals you're not supposed to have around the house. You know, they would bathe with it, do all kind of weird shit. Like, why? You know what I'm saying? Like, cats, dogs, maybe a lizard. I don't know. But let's just leave these animals be. You know what I'm saying? So, let's get into my comparison. I would compare this film to Jaws. Just the resolution part alone, like just the whole certain equipment isn't working, you got to do one thing, you know, to set this up, and oh, where is it now? It's hiding. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't as dramatic as Jaws. That's one thing I would say, but it was basically Jaws in the sky. It was black Jaws. No, it was Jaws in the sky. Like, instead of hiding in the water, the UFO would hide in the clouds. You know what I mean? Water, you know, you can't tell which angle the shark's coming from. But then, you know, but it's only limited spaces, like, cause like it's not like if the cloud is moving, you know what I'm saying? It can hitch on to another cloud and then kind of, you know, transfer over. You know, clouds don't really work like that. You get one big cloud, there's like a big space until you get to the next big cloud, and be like a little puff here, little puffs here and there. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's some type of storm or something like that. I definitely would have to say Signs, because it was like one of those things where when we finally remember on Signs when we finally got a chance to see the alien. You know, it was kind of the same way when we finally got a chance to see Jean Jacket. You know, finding out like, oh snap, you know, with like, you know, quick glance, it was at night. I give this film 7.5 Kiki belly buttons. all right. I give this film 7.5 nickels. In your eye socket. Yeah, that's what I give that. 7.5 nickels in your eye socket. What Childish Gambino did. That was my review of Nope. But nah, man, this was a cool film. I really liked the film. I really liked that dream. It was scary as hell. But yeah, man. Go ahead, like, subscribe. Tell me what's on your mind. You know, even if it is obnoxious. But anyway, that is it for Critical's Blue Reviews. And I'm out. And y'all take care of yourselves. Alright? Alright. One.